All right. What's good? What's good? Today is Friday, it's January 30th, 2026, and I'm gonna get into this breakdown on Nasdaq and US30. So, as you know, I like to use Rincos a lot. They give me a much better and clearer view of the market. So, I have on the left side, I have the 1 hour equivalent, and that's the 25 scale. And on the right side, I got the 5 minute equivalent, which is 12.5. And so I'm gonna double click that right there so you can see my settings: OHLC, open, high, low, close, traditional, and like I said, 12.5. And if I wanted to change it, I would just type in whatever scale I want for that time frame. So, uh, and of course, at the bottom, I'll show you what it looks like on the candlesticks. But I always want to start off on my left side chart. So I'm going to click this and then I'm going to maximize it, right? I got a couple rules. My rules are each pivot has to be 5 wrinkles in a specific direction, right? So I need 5 wrinkles for that pivot to be valid, right? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black wrinkles. This right here, this last bullish wrinkle, that's a valid pivot point, which is a swing point. And then vice versa, 5 going up, this is a valid pivot right here. So those are my swing points, and I just use the path tool to draw. So this would be my low, my high. Again, I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's valid. So I got a low, high, higher low, all the way up here. I got a higher high, higher low, lower high right here, higher low. Then right here we got an equal high, and then it decided to break to the downside right here at that basically 26,000 price level. So cool. We were bearish after that. Ran all the way down to this nice area interest down here around 25,500. Cool. It hit that and bounced up a little bit. Went into a fair value gap that we have from the candlesticks. And I'll show that in just a minute. But I do have like I said, that's a fair value gap. So it respected that for a minute, dropped down, gave us more continuation to the downside, ran out of steam, went back up, and it ran to another fair value gap that was created. And that's what led us into our setup for today. Real quick breakdown on how we got here, rather. Like I said, this is what we were basing everything off as far as entries is this fair value gap and this area interest right here. So each pivot point and swing point, I'm going to draw these areas of interest right here. And as far as I forgot one more rule, well, 2 rules. I need 3 wrinkles below these swing points for a break of structure to be valid. I need 3. And then I need, what did I say? So swing points, I need 5. I need 3 for a break of structure to be valid. And I think that should be it. So although this wrinkle went above this high right here, that's not enough. Even if it was 2, that wouldn't be enough. I need 3. So again, I have price operating inside of this fair value gap and this area interest right here, perfectly fine. And that's it for my 1 hour time frame analysis and my 25 scale. So I do again have a area down here around 25,000, basically 500. And I'm gonna go down and see where my entry might be, right? I really just repeat the same process. I want to make sure, and I want to look for, structure breaking to the downside, and then give me a nice retracement back up into an area of interest, and then I want to enter once it rejects it, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and break that down. So I have the white path tool right here. I have a high right here. It made a new low. Cool. Broke to the upside, gave us a higher low, gave us a pretty much a higher high right here. Well, it's really an equal high. Again, if it's not a break, it's just an equal high or equal point. Then I got a higher low right here. Let me see. And another equal high right here. Then I got a higher low. Came back up again. Equal high. Did not go above it. Or we'll go equal high or lower high right here. And then it finally decided to break to the downside. And this was at 855, right? So I got 1, 2, 3 wrinkles, bearish wrinkles below this red line. Now I can start looking for an entry, but I need price to go back into my 5 minute area interest before I can do that. So it came up right here, didn't quite go all the way up where I needed to, perfectly fine. it dropped, and then it decided to give us that move that we're actually looking for. So it came up here to this area of interest, and again, this came from this swing point. And now once I got two or three wrinkles to go away from this area, that's when I got my entry. And technically, I don't know why it's pulling the way up here, but this entry should have been around between 9:10 and 9:15. I made sure my stop was above the high, and I'm really only going for a 1 to 2 and a half, basically 2.5. It says 2.45, but it's close enough, right? So I really just watched it. Like I said, break the structure down here, got a retracement back up to the area interest, and then once we got rejection, we enter. Cool. It broke again, three wrinkles below a swing point, gave us a nice break, gave us a retracement back to that AOY again, and another rejection. That you could have got another chance to enter at 950. And so all I've been doing is just kind of watching price navigate his way back down, and is really close to hitting my TP. And honestly, I probably, depending on what it does in the next hour or so, if it doesn't already get hit, I'll just close it out. But that's the setup for NASDAQ on the 1 hour and the 5 minute time frame. I'll go ahead and show you rather the candlesticks version of this, right? And so this is the candlestick view. As you can see, like I said, made a high up here, made a higher low, lower high right here, higher low, gave us an equal high right there, and then it finally decided to drop. Major drop, as you can see, these bullish candles. Gave us the retracement into that fair value gap. I only used half of it because it was such a large zone. It started to drop off then. It came back up to retest that second fair value gap right here. Cool. And then that's where we went inside that, not one inside, but that's when we went to the 5 minute to look for that entry. And this is how it looks again on the candlesticks. Broke below that red line, gave us the retracement up here for an entry. Broke below the second red line, it went back up to test it again. So you could have got another entry around, again, 955. And it's just been dropping since then. We have another, this will be a red line where it dropped and it's retraced back up to that area interest. But today is Friday, so I would not be taking any new positions on this, but that's the setup for NASDAQ, and it's clearly playing out. Now I'll show you US30 Dow Jones. And it's a very similar breakdown as well. I'll go ahead and just focus on one side. Again, the 1 hour time frame, and on this scale, I'm using the 50. So I would type in 50 instead of 25. And again, I have my path to high, low, lower high, higher low, lower high, and then boom, it came down and blasted below that support level right there, the 48,900 level basically. And so now that just tells me that we are continuing to be bearish. So a nice indication to the downside. Correction back up into a 1 hour fair value gap. Cool, it respected it. It dropped off, fell back down to support, and then it bounced back up to that area of interest again. So once we got up here, and this was today again this morning around 8, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to that lower time frame, which is the 5 minute, and I'm gonna look for an entry, right? So I just need price to break to the downside and give me a nice retracement to one of those areas of interest, and then I can take a trade. So as you can see, again, I have a white path tool, just drawing structure. I need 5 wrinkles for a valid pivot, 3 wrinkles for a break, and that's the sauce. So low point, higher low, higher high, and again that it broke to that area of interest right there for the 1 hour. So I'm not looking for this to be bullish. I'm just understanding I'm waiting for a break to the downside. So that was the higher high. This was the higher low. This was the lower high, and once I seen price kind of react from this zone, I knew, okay, I'm not gonna say I knew, but I'm expecting, or I just have my antennas up that, okay, this might be the break that I'm looking for, and that's exactly what it did. It broke below this swing point right here again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, valid swing point, and now my NASDAQ position just hit its TP. Perfect time. Let's go back and look at that. That's perfect. TP hit. But finishing this one off right here, once I seen it break below this red line, okay, I got the breaker structure that I need is validated. It gave me 3 wrinkles below it. Nice indication. Nice correction back up into that area interest right there. And again, I'm looking at this still be respected because it only gave me 2 wrinkles above. Again, I would need 3 for it to be considered a break and to invalidate the zone. It gave me 2 and started to go down and gave us a nice rejection. And so this is around again 9:15 around the same time. Got into this position, put my stop loss at the zone above me, which was about 90 95 pips. And then again, I'm only getting it for about 1 to 2.5. And this one right here didn't take too long at all. So that was around 9:15, 9:20, and I was out of that position in about an hour. So around 10:15, it hit its take profit. And so that's my breakdown for US30 Dow Jones. And now I'll just show you the candlestick view of how this looks. So I'll start with the 1 hour time frame. Again, using the wrinkles really helped me out. So again, high point, low point, lower high, higher low, lower high, and then it broke below that red line right there, which was acting as support, or it was a swing point acting as support. It broke it. Okay, we still bearish. Let's zoom in a little bit. It gave us that indication, gave us correction back to the upside, hit a fair value gap, dropped to that support level, like I said, went in and tested that area interest one more time, and that's where we went to our lower time frame on the 5-minute to look for that entry. Again, high, new low, made a new high, higher low, higher high, and let me click this so we can see it. It made a higher low right here, made a lower high, and then it broke to the downside. So once it gave me this retracement back into this zone, I waited for it to reject it, and then I got into that position. So that's my breakdown for NASDAQ and US30 Dow Jones. So just another example of the strategy working, but it definitely takes some discipline not to get into the and another thing, I'm not entering these trades before 9 o'clock. The ones that are entered before 9 o'clock are more than likely losses. It is Friday, and today we have had on days like today we do have certain exceptions. Sometimes the setup comes like at 8:30, but our best and most consistent trades have come after 9 o'clock. So just something to keep in mind. Again, that takes discipline and then patience. That's a part of it. Just understanding like, hey, I might see my setup at, I don't know, 7:50, 8 o'clock, but I need to have patience for a setup to happen after 9. Or I might see the setup. I need it to retrace back up into one of these areas of interest. If I got a break, I don't need to just take it. I need to wait for it to come back into one of these areas of interest. And if it doesn't, I have to be fine with not taking taking that trade. So again, that's the breakdown. Those are the rules. 5 wrinkles for a pivot, 3 wrinkles for a break of structure, and using those zones. Proof is right here in the pudding. We're gonna be more than okay if we just stick to the system, stick to this strategy, and we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be more than okay. I promise.